Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm here to talk to you about May. We're going to do the overview for this reading, which is going to have the 4 columns for the 4 weeks of the month, as well as the 3 rows showing where we are, what's blocking us, and what our solution is. All right. I have lots of things going on. Let's go ahead and get into some of them. We have a new mystery card deck that we're going to be using, which is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one of these, and we're going to save it for later. All right. So what do we need for you, Gemini, to help you understand more completely what's going on for this particular first week of May, being the 4th through the 10th? That's the one I want right there. Okay. So we're going to set these aside. Put this one aside. All right. We'll save that one for later. We're going to go ahead and pull a guiding card for the month while we're here, because we're here. And this is going to be a card we'll look at every single time we start reading this month to remind us our theme for the month. For you, Gemini, what do we have? All right. We'll set these cards aside. And this one we're talking about fulfillment. Ooh, I like it. All right, so this is about you thinking about where you're going, how you're getting there, what's going on for you, and are you fulfilled by it? Are you happy? This is a lot like your dreams and goals. Are you getting everything you want out of your dreams and goals? Are you feeling all the good that you can? What would it take for you to get there? Let's think about plotting and planning a course throughout the month of May that makes sure that you actually do reach all those dreams and goals, huh? Or at least a good portion of them, okay? Excellent. So this is the idea, all right? Now, let's go ahead and talk about my better angels and their messages for the collective, for the group of us. All 12 signs are under the same canopy of information. So we're talking about how one of the messages is that we all need to stay humble. We need to stay grounded in who we are actually, as opposed to who we think we are. Okay? I know that's going to be different for each and every one of you, but it's going to be important for us to stay a little humble. Mostly because if we read the room where we're at, we may find that some of those people may be either less off or less in general. And that's okay. They are where they're at, and they're doing what they need to do. But if we keep fluffing ourselves up in front of just everybody, it could make them feel even worse. That's not the plan. It was never the intention. Okay? And I get that. So we're going to chill out and read the room. All right? So the next message is that we're going to be trying to be a little bit better prepared. Everybody around the world is going to be having their own little issues, whatever that could be. It could be as simple as unexpected guests for dinner, or it could be a little bit more. So whatever that turns out to be for you, you want to be a little bit better prepared. That means you might want to make sure you have a bag of clothes sitting around that are ready to go for you to take with you, so you have something to wear in case of something weird happening, right? Sometimes weird things happen. So do what you need to do to be as prepared as you possibly can be for whatever kind of weather you might be having in your area on the globe, right? Whether it's north or south or whatever, you know what to do. So take good care of yourselves. Be as prepared as you can be, and we will, of course, be doing that ourselves over here. All right. And the final message for all of us is that we are going to be using our creative minds as a collective group to create positive outcomes in the world. All right? This is super cool. If we all sort of train our minds to think positive thoughts about the positive outcomes that are possible, we can create goodness in the world. Okay? So the group think thing will take us in a bigger way and towards good things that we want to see in the world. and that's important. And it's if we all focus on negative things, we can get just as much negativity back, and that's not really what I'm shopping for. All right, so you can join me in my shopping trip for good things or not, as you wish, but do realize you're playing a part with your thoughts. Okay, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the reading for the month. All right, so we're going to use that cool pirate deck that we were using just for the mystery card last year, or last month. Last year, wow. So we're going to go ahead and lay out these cards. We'll get 4 columns and 3 rows, 1 for each week. And yes, these are all a tarot deck with a strong pirate theme. I really like it. It's super cool. There's nothing more fun than having a cool pirate-themed thing, especially when you're pirate reading, right? I think it kind of makes sense, and it's beautiful. They're really not too over the top at all. I just really love this deck. So let's go ahead and see what is going on for the 4th through the 10th. We'll go on through each week, and then we'll save them off to one side and go in depth at the end on this first week, okay? That's the plan. That's what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and see what is happening for you. We have the 6 of Cups. You're going to be sharing from your heart this week. It is something about how you are and what you're feeling and how you respond to the people around you. You're feeling things pretty deeply, and we like that. You don't mind it, but it's definitely an interesting thing. I think your experience is going to be useful to somebody, so you're going to share your experience from your heart, okay? So I love that, Gemini. That's going to be great. Now we have the 6 of Pentacles is where you're blocked this week. You're not going to be in a position to help people with your money. You're not going to want to go handing out your cash, because that's where it's not going to work out, okay? Just be aware of that, and be aware that you can't help them out of whatever they're going through. One of the things that happens when we're helping people sometimes is that we take away their opportunity to grow, because we step in and we rescue. And when we rescue somebody, they don't grow through that experience. They only realize, hey, somebody saved me, and now I don't have to do that. Ta-da! So be aware there's 2 versions of that. One is the kind you can grow through, and the other one that will kill you. So when you find the person drowning, pick up the person who's drowning, of course. But if you see them struggling with their finances, maybe you want to let them figure out how to get out of that situation. Maybe once they learn where the money comes from and how the money goes away, they'll figure out the correlation when the vice grip gets down on them, and they're like, oh man, this is difficult and I don't like it. So they'll learn not to do that. Okay, awesome. Now we're going to talk about this card here is the Tower, and it is your solution. Things will be falling together. After you share your experiences, things will fall together. Someone will take the information and feel very much so stronger in the moment. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I like that. Things will fall together. So yes, let's talk now about the 11th through the 17th. We have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is here showing me that you're going to be fighting for your heart's desire at this time. This is a whole separate week, so you're going to be wanting to make sure that people are hearing what you need and what you want, and they will respond in accordance, okay? And that's cool. What's blocking you this particular week is the Star. Now the Star, when it's blocking you, the Star is normally all about how when it's like operating in not upright position, right? So as we see it, it is about how all the hard work is done. And if it's not true, then we have to assume that there's still more hard work to do, okay? Don't be upset about the extra hard work to do. Just realize it for what it is and know that, okay, I have more stuff I have to do. It isn't going to just fall out of the sky. I've got to get busy and do something. And you'll figure it out. It won't be a big block. It's just something that's not going according to plan. All right? Cool. Now, the 6 of Wands is here showing me that your solution in this mix is going to be sharing your ideas and having other people get on board with your ideas, and how the things you've learned in the universe are going to come into play and be useful. I love this. It's going to be a very nice experience for you to have all this beauty happening, okay? So this is great. While you have to get busy with something else, fighting for your heart's desire, you're also going to be sharing your ideas and being able to teach people what you know. You're going to feel very fulfilled in that. Oh, fulfilled. Yes. Okay. Next week over, the 18th through the 24th, we have the Ten of Pentacles. And Ten of Pentacles is all about how you genuinely have like enough money to take care of. You might be working on some generational money, or it might be the inheritance money, something that you have to do with all that to make it work, do what it's supposed to do. It could be very interesting. So do pay attention to what's going on. You might have to zhuzh things up or move them around a little bit to make them go back to work. All right. And of course, the Eight of Pentacles is where you're blocked. So it's showing me that there's no work for you to do. You're not working. There's no time for you to be. You don't have any particular excuse for not handling the situation because you're not at work. You're not out making money. You're just chilling out. So take your time and do this right. You've got it. No distractions. No work is not in the way. Because, yeah, if you were actually working, then that would be definitely in the way. But sometimes, you know, cards, when they're in, normally this is about you working and making money, right? But you're blocked. It's blocked. So you're not making money. You're not earning what you need to earn here. So you have that extra time to do what you need to do, even though it's actually a block for you somehow. I think you're worried about work, even if you're not actually working. So you're letting your mind wander around about work instead of staying focused, and that's why it's a blockage. All right. Now we have the King of Wands, a like-minded gentleman who's going to be very down-to-earth and easygoing, who's going to be kind of involved in your process here. So pay attention to what he's got going on. He could be very helpful in the situation. He could keep you focused on where you need to go and how you want to get there. So I like that. He will be helpful in that situation. All right. Final week of May, the 25th through the 31st, we have the Seven of Cups. Ooh, so many options and possibilities. Things, your cups are running over, and it's so nice to see so many options and possibilities. Figure out what your dreams and goals are, and which ones don't go towards your dreams and goals, and chuck them, okay? Too many options is bad options, right? So let go of the ones that don't have anything to do with where you want to be. And then the other ones, you figure out which ones are expiring first and do that. And after that, you can put the rest in your back pocket because they're not going to expire. They'll be there for later, okay? That's good news. Now then, the Queen of Swords is in your way. Somebody is going to try and control the situation and tell you what to do. Not very helpful at all, because you're not going to respond very well. In fact, you're pretty much going to go the actual opposite direction. Nobody likes being told what to do. So, yeah, she's doing it wrong. And it's going to have a bad effect. So she's going to get nothing out of it. So be aware of that. And be gentle, but definitely take your leave. You will have enough money to take care of every little thing you need to. This is Nine of Pentacles. You're going to have all the money you need to do whatever it is you want to do with your dreams and goals, and you're going to have a good time with that, okay? So be smart, be good, and I think that's great. I'm going to go ahead and save these cards over here for you so that we can come back to them in other videos, because that's how I do this. We don't do this and then I start fresh on the next week. Nope, we use these cards, which is something I don't see much. So excellent. Let us go ahead, and we'll go ahead and add some more cards to this reading here, and we'll get in depth on the 4th through the 10th. All right? Cool. Okay, so let's see what we have. We have the Six of Cups. we started here with you having this wonderful opportunity to share from your heart. Things are going very well. People are hearing you. They're appreciating your point of view. You're having a lovely mind meld with somebody because it's the Four of Wands. You're definitely communicating, having people understand you. They're appreciating you. You're on the same page with other people. This is super cool. Everything feels really good, and I like that very much. There's going to be a trip. Maybe you're planning a trip with a friend. Hey, if I really want to come out and see you. Okay, well, let's do this, this, and this. Okay, I really want to do this, this, and this too, and this other thing. Oh, I'd love to do that. Cool, cool, cool. Everybody's on the same page. Yay, let's do that. Cool, come on out. Yay, this is what's going on. Excellent. Now you're planning the trip. You're making it happen. You're physically moving on the trip. You're planning the trip. You could also be saying, hey, I'd really like to move. And your partner's going, I'd really like to move too. Excellent. Let's get to moving on that. So you're starting to look for a new place to be and da-da-da-da-da. So everything is happening. Whatever you're doing it very methodically from the idea to the conversation about it to the actual putting it out there. Well done. Love that. What's blocking you? Oh, yes. Six of Pentacles, showing that not having quite enough money to do every little thing you want to do. You're feeling a little blocked on the finances, not in a position to help anyone out, and that's okay. You're just in a situation where every little penny we have matters and counts, so we're going to take good care of them. They are going to be here for us. Ta-da! And, of course, there might be something you want to pay attention to more carefully. Maybe you're not giving it the reverence it needs, because this is saying that normally this is the don't be nervous card, but I'm getting that you might want to be a little bit nervous, okay? Just pay attention to what you're doing and what the timing of it is so that you don't get yourself in a pickle, all right? We don't want you to be in a pickle. This card here is talking about the gift of finance is blocked. So there will be no big fat financial win coming your way, so nothing is coming to you out of the sky. All right, so if you had been expecting a big payoff, maybe you were expecting a nice tax refund or something like that, is not really happening, okay? Something went astray. So no wonder we don't want you to be too relaxed. We want you to pay attention, okay? So pay attention to what's going on and see how it's going, because maybe it's not time for you to take a quick trip. I know it seems like a great idea, but you're watching and seeing how everything is going. You're going to have to do some shuffling, I think. There will be some financial shuffling to work it out, and it'll feel a little awkward, it'll feel uncomfortable, but you're going to work it, and it's going to be okay because everything is falling together. The Tower showed up to say, I got you. We're going to do this. Let's play. And you're like, yes, yes, everything is falling together. Very nice. You have this perfect person who is very down to earth, easygoing, very confident, who is very cool and has like Mr. Cool as a cucumber, super chillax, going, sure, go, do your thing. Go, I got this. And whatever mess is at home, he's going to handle it. Or he or she, whatever, you know what I mean. They are going to handle it. And it's not a big deal. So you can go do what you want to do, what you've expressed plainly that you want to go and do and that you need to go and do. It's like, go ahead, do it. Well, we got this all worked out, no problem. The Eight of Swords is saying, hey, guess what? When this happens, when he says, I've got this, you're like, but I kind of want it to go a certain way. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. He's going to do a project maybe without you. And you have a lot of ideas about how you want it to go. But you haven't necessarily shown him your vision. It's important for you to share your vision and make sure there's a little bit of him on it so that he'll actually want to do it. Because if it's too much you, guess what? He's going to turn around and go, I'll let her do it. Or I'll let them do it. So we don't want to have it be a situation where you're put in a position, I mean, if you want this person to get on board and get going on the project while you're gone, I would definitely give them as much information as you can and get a little bit of leeway so they can do it, put it with a little spin of their own. It'll give it a little surprise, and that's always fun. So cool. Excellent. Very nice. I like the way that worked out. Let's go ahead and get a message from the Cosmic Oracle. All right. I know we have lots of oracles and things going on today, and we will all week, all month long. It's going to be fun. All right. What do we have coming up for Gemini? That one. All right. Okay. You could use some self-care time right like now. Schedule it in. Well, the universe has stated that you need to, you could use some self-care time like now. Schedule it in. So if you haven't been doing nice things for yourself, you probably need to. And it would be smart for you to do some of that, okay? So just sort of put the energy out in the universe that you want to be able to take care of yourself. I feel like one of the things your mind meld over here is going to be doing is saying, okay, so we're going to get together and then we're going to go do massagey things. And then, and you're like, yes, self-care is already on the docket. So well planned. I love this. Good job. So very nice. Good to have friends that you hang out with and go masseuse with. That's nice. Spa. Go spa. Go spa with your friends. All right. You need a pocket full of rocks. Let's get that. All right, Gemini, what do we got? We have carnelian, we have black amethyst, and we have pyrite. All right. So the carnelian is second chakra stone, of course, and it's all about creativity and coming up with a big plan. You want to get your big plan out and creatively add a little twist that makes him feel like he's a part of, and then you may want to do it while you're out of town. Awesome. But you're also creative with your friend over here, helping her and yourself come up with a big plan about what you want to do versus what you need to do. Da, 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 da. Creative isn't really working right now. You're blocked from doing any creative with the money, so let it be what it is, and you'll be all right, okay? The black amethyst is a sixth chakra stone, your third eye. We're talking about how you yourself are going to be able to hear from your better angels, but not just random stuff about what's going on in the universe around you, but actually in a way to help you see how you fit into the puzzle of your life, of the globe, and how you affect other people on the globe. It's kind of cool, right? So very good. Love that. And we have pyrite, which is an all chakra stone. So it's absolutely all about all the chakras, not just one. And it's all about protection. So it's going to protect you. If you put this in your pocket, nothing negative will come towards you, okay? It actually repels negativity. So it's kind of nifty, and I love this stone very much. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to go ahead and set these beautiful stones right here. And we are going to look at our mystery card. All right. We have the never-ending story. Okay, so realize that even as you're working on this project, there's part of you that has this vision of it being something that you start and you finish. Or the finances are something you're going to start and then you'll finish. Or maybe this project over here is something that you'll start and that you'll finish. And in some cases, like with working around in the kitchen, you can start a project and finish it, and the kitchen is done. But everything that I'm being told about for this week for you is that everything you're working on will be a continuous work in progress. So it's, you might, even when you plant all the plants, guess what? You have to go back and trim them and nurture them and weed them and care for them. It's all about all the extra work that comes later. You're going to be coming back to it. So whether he does the exact thing you were planning anyway, if you hand him a bunch of pots and go handle that. I kind of was thinking over here-ish. And then you'll come back and it'll be a little different than you planned, and you'll be like, okay, so it's a little different than I planned, but I was going to move that around anyway, and you'll just handle the rest when you get back, right? No arguments required. Things are falling together for you to get to go and do what you want to do. But yes, and the friendship thing over here that you're working on, Sometimes when we get together with people that we don't see very often, we feel like we have to cram absolutely everything into the envelope at once, and like we gotta do it. It's gonna be like we're gonna miss it, and it'll be terrible. And then you make it from a fun thing to do into a stressful thing to do, because you're like, but we had to do it. And it's like, well, did you? I want to just say that now before we get there, so that you realize maybe you didn't have to. Maybe it isn't that important, and you can know that next time you'll be able to do that or prioritize that over anything else, and it will be all that much better, because you'll put a priority on it, it'll have fun, and it won't stress you out. So that's good. We don't want you to be stressed out. All right? So, yes, this is the never-ending story. It is an ongoing situation you have going on. It's not going to end. All right? Cool. All right. So, you don't have to carry any of these rocks if you don't want to. But if you want to carry those rocks, it would be super fun, and I think they'd be very helpful to you. If you want to, leave me a comment. Let me know how they work or what you're carrying instead, and we'll talk about that. If you want to talk about the reading itself, or even figure out where I'm at, what fair I'm at right now, please look down in the description box where you can see what cards I'm using, what fairs I'm going to, and around what time of year they are, all across the country, indeed. And by all means, reach out for a private reading if you'd like to. There's the link down there for that as well. So lots of information available. Come on out, do what you want to do. We'll see you at the fair. Or come on back here next week and we'll talk about the 11th through the 17th. And my goal is to help you see what's coming so you can be better prepared. Thank you so much, Gemini, for being here. I love you guys, and we will see you next week. All right? Thank you.